On that point, actually, we're going to be coming to the end of the show pretty soon. But what we want to do is try and take a couple of minutes just to revisit some of the real favourite points of actually what we've done with Insurtech Insider over the last couple of years. I mean, Nigel, do you want to start us off with this? No more Charles Darwin quotes, all right?
I'll try not to. Thank you for giving me the Charles Darwin point. I have so many. I mean, broadly, the opportunities the show and the engagements provided me have been phenomenal. I've done so much learning over the years, meeting guests and having fun and arguing with Sarah over the years. It's been really good fun. One of my favourites is probably Oliver Ralph and some of the bloopers or crazy claims that we used to find that people actually called and claimed for. And I remember one Christmas we went through some of the mad ones over the years. There might have been a bottle of wine involved at the same time in an office somewhere, but I always like hearing the wacky side of insurance as well, because it gets a bad rep, and I think it's a brilliant industry.
Very, very true. Yeah, I remember that. That was quite entertaining. Sarah, what about you? What's been one of your highlights?
So I was trying to think about this earlier, and the thing that came straight to mind was interviewing Lou Smith. You know, we've had her on the podcast a couple of times. She's always brilliant, but she still owes me a tour of Lloyd's, is what came to my mind when I was trying to think about it. I need to get in touch with her. I also think, you know, another episode that really came to mind was the one we did with the LGBT plus community, because it was such an important issue. We got such great speakers on to talk about it so eloquently in a way that, you know, Nigel and I just weren't qualified to do. And then the final one that I really enjoyed was we did it at the end of 2020, and it was the predictions for 2021, and everybody on the panel was on my side when it came to cyclists, and I was just finally with a group of people who didn't believe in cycling, so that made me very, very happy.
You've never been so happy, have you? And that's it was good, just for gloating rights, if nothing else. Benjamin, what about you?
Well, of course, I've mostly been a listener, so I'm just enjoying being a host and being part of the conversations. I think probably the thing I'm enjoying most so far is the way the producers always sneak in e-scooters to wind up Nigel and Sarah.
It's a continual thing. You just got to send them a GIF at this stage. It triggers them really, really quickly. I think from my perspective, in all honesty, in the same way as it is with FinTech Insider or the other things that we do, it's just lovely to hang out with and talk with friends about subject matter that everybody's so passionate about. So while there's not one specific episode where I'm like, this summarizes my life, just hanging out with friends and talking about something that we love, I think that's always the way to do it. And on that note, sadly, it does wrap up episode 100 of Insurtech Insider. Again, let that settle in. 100 episodes of this. It's kind of crazy.